Hey guys, how you doing? In this video, we're going to give you a mid-April update regarding the real estate market. Before we get in that, let's cover some administrative items. First of all, guys, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, love the opportunity to talk with you. Look around the screen, you'll see my number pop up. Give me a ring. Again, love to talk. Number two, if you're somebody who keeps track of the real estate market, please look around our screen for the subscribe button. And finally, let us know how we're doing by commenting below. Also, let us know if you have any questions. So let's get into talking about the mid-market real estate environment right now. You're going to see a chart pop up behind me, and what this is the average monthly price in central Contra Costa County. Now, central Contra Costa, I'm covering 4 cities, which is Concord, Martinez, Pleasant Hill, and Walnut Creek. Now, one of the things you go, I don't live in these cities. But, you know, one of the things to look at is the trends that you see in these cities, where you may see different numbers or different prices and so forth. In, say, Concord and Danville, the trends are going to be the same. If you see it going down in Concord, you're going to see it going down in Danville. You see it going up in Danville, you can see it going up in Concord. So those trends are going to be exactly the same. Numbers may not be exact, but the trends will be. Okay, one of the things that we see in this when we're looking at monthly average price, we see this spike between the months of April, May, and June, and that's the highest point, and it's normal volatility that we see year over year in the market. And we see this going on since 2021. It was a little different in 2020 because we were in lockdown because of COVID, but if you look prior to that, you'll see the same kind of hump, and then we'll see it flattening out towards the end of the year. One of the things it tells you, if you're a seller getting it on the market right now, probably the best time of the year. If you're a buyer, towards the end of the year is probably one of the best times of the year to really looking at and moving, making a move or buying something. Now, one of the things is the green line. That green line is 2024. We see it going up and up, and we had record prices, but suddenly we see this sharp decline going into April. You know, why is that decline so early, and why does it continue up? That's one of the big questions, and let's talk about that. Let's look at one more chart here, okay? Again, this chart we're looking at, the bars, the blue bars are actually the same thing. They're average price, and this is for the last 13 months. And this is going to be, I think, since February of 2023. And we see the last month. The orange line is inventory. You see inventory. And this is months of inventory. So this tells you if it's 2, there's 2 months of inventory available. If it's 1, there's 1 month of inventory, and so forth. One of the things to look at is if it's high inventory, prices are going to be low. If inventory is low, price is going to be high. So there's this inverse relationship there, okay? One of the things we always hear people say, oh, you know, there's a whole bunch of inventory, but there's no inventory. You know, we hear that a lot. One of the things that this number accounts for, it's a number called absorption rate. If we're considering 2 cities, this city right here, City A, has 100 homes listed. This home, City B, has 10 homes listed, okay? Now, one of the things you would think, well, this city has a lot more inventory, but let's think about it this way. You've got 150 people looking for homes, and they could all buy these 100 homes. So you actually have low inventory in this home, where in this area, you only have 6 people looking for homes over here, so you actually have high. So a city with 10 inventory actually has high inventory. So they're gonna have like almost 2 months of inventory available, where this one's gonna have, you know, less than a month of inventory or negative inventory. So, that, you know, that's how we look at it. And one of the things we see inventory going down, we should see prices going up. Now, it's interesting. If we look at March, between February and March, we do see inventory trending downward. But instead of prices going up, in April, we see prices dropping off. And you got to ask the question of why that is. So let's dig into that a little bit, okay? So the next slide we're going to look at, this looks like a bunch of squiggly line. This is actually that inventory number. So months of inventory. Again, it's in that area we talked about, central Contra Costa County, where it's those 4 cities. And we can see the green line is actually is 2024, and we see that green line trending downward. But here's the thing we got to look at is if you look year over year, you look, we're going since 2021 in this graph, and one of the things we see is that the 2024, we've got highest inventory we've ever seen, okay, or we've seen in the last 5 years. So Even though it's trending downwards, overall, we've got the highest inventory we've seen in the last 5 years. So let's go to one more chart here, okay? Now, what this chart does is the upper level, we're dealing with those 4 cities in central Contra Costa, but we zoom out a little bit and we compare the same numbers to overall Contra Costa County and Alameda County. We want to look big picture and really get the capture of the East Bay and really see, make sure we're not seeing an anomaly in central Contra Costa area. We want to also compare it to larger Contra Costa. First thing we want to do is look at the first bar here, and we're looking at it again year over year since 2019, and we're looking at median price. Now, on the other charts, we were looking at average price. This is median price. Median price is just a middle number, and the reason we use that number is because it's harder to be disturbed by anomalies. Some anomalies that may appear out there, you may have in Concord, average price is 800-something thousand, but you may have a home that's $3 million that sells, and that one home will drive the price up, but that doesn't reflect just the average price of the entire market. It's just one home. So that anomaly will have a pull on the average. When we're talking median price, you don't see that kind of interference with the numbers. So this gives us a cleaner look at how the market's doing. So we do see that 2024 price is as high as it's ever been. Now let's look a couple of lines over, a couple columns over, and from that it's like 3 columns over, and we're looking at the number of homes sold. We see that in 2024, the number of homes sold is down 4%. Last year, it was down 41%. So we're seeing a drastic reduction in the number of homes that's being sold. And so let's go over a couple columns, 2 more columns, and let's look at the number of homes being listed. We see that this year the number of homes being listed is up 27%. Now, one of the things I want you guys to do is look below at the overall Contra Costa, Alameda County, and we're seeing the same kind of numbers. They're very, very similar. So this tells us that we're not seeing an anomaly in that smaller area. Now, guys, it becomes real obvious if you have more homes being listed, fewer homes being sold, we're going to have a gluttony of inventory. If you look to the second and last column there, I've got a number that they call Home Availability Index, and that's really something I made up. And what it is the number of homes available to each buyer. Okay, so for everybody that bought a home, this is the number of homes that are available to them. We see in 2024 we got 1.78. That means for every buyer, every person, there was 1.7 homes for them to buy, or 1.78 homes for them to buy. And if you look at that, going down the column there, you see that's the highest we've seen in the last 5 years. So it really tells you that inventory numbers are up. Now let's go back to the number of homes that's being sold. Here's what's causing this, guys. If we look back to last year, we saw that it was down 41%. Now, what was really causing that? We initially saw interest rates starting to go up, and a good part of the market is people buying homes and they're selling. They're selling a home to buy another. So they're downsizing, upsizing, or doing something else. Now, those folks had 3% interest rates, and they're going like, why would I sell my home, downsize, and pay a higher interest rate? Now pay 6, 7, 8%. So these guys held back and didn't sell their homes. Now we're seeing more listings coming on the market this year because some of those folks are going, I should have sold last year, let's give it a try this year. Rates are still up, but rates are supposed to be going down a little bit this year, so maybe it'll be a better time and I can get a better interest rate in buying. Now, so we see a lot of those folks, but we're not seeing the buying catching up with it, We're not seeing as many first-time home buyers. People are holding off because the interest rates are up right now. The expectations that rates would be down a little bit this year, and we're not seeing it. So let's take a look. And again, well, this slide that we see here, blue bars are actually prices. The blue line is 30-year fixed rate. The orange line is 15-year fixed rates. One of the things is clear. When we see rates are up, we see prices are down. We see rates start to go down, we're going to see prices going up. Now, here's one of the things, guys. As we go forward, we want to, if you're a buyer right now and interest rates are up, prices are down, there's a couple things. This is the time to jump on the market, okay? Right now we see interest rates and inventory pushing prices down. There's a lot of choices out there, great inventory. Interest rates may be up right now, but it's a good time to look at buying because remember, you can always refinance down this road. Right now, taking advantage of the market, taking advantage of good prices out there. You're going to start building equity in your home. Every time you pay your mortgage, you own just a little bit more of that house, okay? Every time property values go up, you gain just a little bit more wealth. And one of the things that's going to happen as interest rates go down in the future, we're going to see prices going up, and you're going to gain from those prices going up because that's going to build equity for you in your home, and you're going to build wealth. Now, if you're a seller, guys, you're thinking, oh my gosh, prices are going down. What do I do? Remember, in the U.S., we're not building enough homes, so there's always going to be a demand for homes. So you're always going to be able to sell your home. You're always going to be able to get a good price for your home. Now, you may not get a great price like you would have gotten, a month ago or a couple years back. But one of the things is especially if you're selling a home and buying another, you may sell for a little less, but when you buy, you're going to do a lot better, and you're going to start building equity in that new home. And just like buyers, just like first-time home buyers right now, you're building equity when prices go down. When interest rates go down, you're going to see prices going up, and you're going to build equity. The other thing is, remember, again, as I said earlier, there's always demand, okay? So it's going to take a little bit more work. You're going to have to make sure that your home's one of the most desirable out there. You're going to have to make sure it's staged, it looks great, you got professional pictures, it's marketed well, it's priced well, it's easy for folks to show and so forth. You're attracting a lot of people to it, and you're going to get a great price for your home, okay? Let's go one more slide. What this slide is right here is it's the Federal Open Market Committee dot plot. And in this chart, what happens is each member of the Federal Open Market Committee from the Federal Reserve really projects what they think the Fed's funds rates is going to be. And we're looking at this year, at the end of the year, they're expecting it to be, I think, about 4.5% in that range. That's down about 3/4 of a point from what it is right now. So there is an anticipation that we're going to see rates dropping towards the end of the year. Rates drop, we're going to see prices going up. Now, it's not going to shoot through the ceiling and stuff, but it's going to be compared to what the normal trend is, or normal prices are, maybe a little bit higher. If this comes to fruition and we see the Fed's fund rates drop and we see interest rates drop. Now, going in 2025, we see they're anticipating rates between 3.5% and 4%, the Fed's funds rate between that. And we're going to see interest rates following that, the mortgage interest rates following that. So if that also happens, we're going to see prices going up. So we do anticipate we're going to see higher prices in 2025 if this dot plot comes true that the Feds have actually put out. And this was put out as of March 20th, so this is the most recent one. Again, if you've got any questions, leave it below, comment below, let us know how we're doing, leave the questions, we'll definitely get back to you. Also, guys, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, we'd love the opportunity to talk with you. Look around the screen, my number is there, give me a call. Also, if you're somebody who wants to keep up to date regarding the real estate market, click on the subscribe button. Hey, appreciate your time now. Bye-bye.